hello, whoever's watching this. Don't really expect this to be too big of a deal. But welcome to Golden Treasure the Great Greed. This is Chance the Trickster. Perfect, first time ever recording, really, any proper video under this alias. But this is a game that I am very passionate about. I've always had an obsession with dragons growing up, and so I've played a fair share of dragon games. This one, by far, is what I would say is the best one, other than, like, the Spyro games, but they're not really known for their story. This is the best one, story-wise, I would say. So this game takes place during the Bronze Age. The premise is basically you need to survive from hatching all the way to adulthood during, the Bronze Age. So humans, basically when humans are, like, just becoming quite threatening. And it is a game where if you make stupid decisions, you will be punished. This is actually my first attempt to record this. I tried yesterday, but, I had my mic volume set too low. So that's why it says continue. But how this game works is it is a roguelite. Basically, achievements and doing certain things gives you bonuses that, permanent bonuses that carry over in between attempts at playing the game. Obviously, I have all of them. I've played this game several times over. And yes, they make the game easier, but the point of these videos is to share the story, not to show you all the ways you can die or anything. This is just to show the story. So I'm going to be going through all three endings. Not sure how I'm going to divide this up. I don't know exactly how I will divide this up into, like, different episodes, because the game itself does have 3 acts, but each act can take, like, 2 hours, and who the hell is going to want to watch that? So, we'll see. We'll see what I do. But, hopefully my voice isn't too obnoxious, because this game is very verbose. Lots of reading. And also very gorgeous music, as you can hear. So, without further ado, let's get into it. From the very beginning. Box without hinges, key or lid, yet golden treasure inside is hid. What is it? Bilbo Baggins, The Hobbit. Sorry. Allergies. You are alone in the chamber. There is one wall, which surrounds you utterly in every direction and on every side. The wall is made of love, and it embraces you. Its inherent goodness is an obvious and complete truth. There is a rhythm in the chamber, a beat and flow, which has always been. It is the only way you can tell between sleeping and waking. When awake, you can feel the rhythm, and when asleep, you cannot. What time do you enjoy the most? I prefer the quiet of the sleeping times. Even now in the chamber, you sense the power of the hidden currents, the loving embrace of the unchanging abyss, and the gentle silences of the world. Then, after a time, you hear the voice. At first, you did not know there was the voice, only a strange sensation formed in your mind, a soothing warmth, pulses of orange color, and the comforting taste of brimstone on your tongue. And yet, you are alone here in the chamber. Could there be something outside? Reach out for a colored echo in your thoughts and sending it beyond your reality. You're rewarded with an explosion of purest joy ringing through your essence and echoing through your mind. In time, you learn the differences between the emotions, the colors of the mind, that the voice outside the wall would pour into you through its mind song, in which you would pour back. And so you discovered happiness and sadness, anger and calm, fear and curiosity, and an innumerable spectrum of others. And then the images came. Pictures etched in neon relief in your mind by the song of the voice. They are images of amazing beings, of stately tree and honorable reliable stone, of chattering stream and murmuring sea, and of the great giver, who is also called Sun, and of the great birther, who receives from the sun and gives birth to all things, who is also called Earth. Earth and Sun are the greatest of beasts, mightiest of all the animals. Next to them in might are your people, the true children of above and below, the kin unto each other, who are also called Drak. The voice then asks you a question. O tiny kin yet to be, which shall you become? Sun, the radiant one, the great giver, who rules and slays and is slain and reborn each day? Or Earth, who circle dances to sun's music, who nurtures, peaceful and omnipotent, births all good beasts, knows all silent secrets, and abides forever? For me is the power and the glory and the rise and the fall both. I wish to be Sun. The voice accepts your choice with an explosion of red and golden sparks and a happy rage. May you become a glorious and powerful, and bring beautiful and terrible consequence upon all life. Time has little meaning in the chamber, marked only by the rhythm within you. The wall also seems to embrace you just a little more closely with each moment. The voice from outside leaves and returns again and again, continuing to instruct you, gently and at a slow pace, ensuring that you can receive its song and build yourself around it. It teaches you of the many good beasts, those of fur and scale and feather and fin. Some are swift, like the hopping longear, some are powerful, like the horned grazers, but all are good, and all have their own music. Most importantly, it teaches you the two great laws. First, that you are a destroyer. To live is good, and you may only preserve your life by tearing away the life of others. You must destroy. Find that which calls to you, and destroy it, and take it into yourself, and grow mighty. If you fail to destroy, you'll waste away, and be yourself destroyed, and all your music will become silence. Second, that you are a creator. All creators are one of two kinds. Givers, who give their essence during the dance of creation, or birthers, who receive the essence and weave new life from it, bringing it forth in the fullness of time. When you have grown great, you seek out another who is also great, and of opposite nature, and through the dance of creation, become a source of the future. If you fail in this, the destiny of the children of heaven and earth will waste away, and where there might have been the echo of your music in the time beyond yourself, there will be only silence. So it is, was, and shall be. There was a brief silence, during which you sensed there was space enough for one question. What do you do? I ask whether it is possible to live without destroying others. Be not crippled by fear, nor shallow sympathy. There is no other way to exist. All the uncountable beings in the one song are destroyers, great and small. Such has been commanded to all by the beast of time and space, which is also called reality, and so you must accept it with joy. But you shall choose just what you will become a destroyer of, and what you will not, and in that choice lies the power to bring change. Beyond the two great laws, sings the voice, there is one lesser law. It is not great. If you violate it, you shall be destroyed. Nevertheless, taste this truth and chain it within your mind. You must seek treasure. Treasure comes in many kinds, but you will know when you find it. Treasure is something rare and of worth to all the true children of heaven and earth. By taking treasure as your own, you shall prove your greatness to other kin. Whether obtained by strength of body or of mind, or any other thing, it matters not. All that matters is that you must gather all treasures to yourself. Some are obvious but well guarded, and some require little strength, but are difficult to find. None, though, are both obvious and easily obtained, or they would not be treasure. If I do not need it to survive, why must I seek treasure? You sense a great disappointment. The voice explains the patient pattern song. The reasons for being known as great by other kin are many. When the time comes for the dance of creation, only those who are great will be chosen by others to dance with. If you are not great, you will never create more of the blessed and ultimate beings that are the kin. But more important still is the truth that the seeking of treasure is written upon our very essence. We must seek out great and rare things. Even if there were no dance of creation, we would still do it. It calls to us, as the sky and the sea and the great green call to all things a song of invitation. You are kin, you shall seek treasure. The voice's song grows softer. Now I leave you, my kin and my creation. You may never hear my song again, nor I yours. I have imparted the two great laws as is my duty. You are a destroyer, and you are a creator, and these truths are woven into you like warmth into a blessed flame. If you cease to be a destroyer or a creator, you will no longer be kin. And you know the lesser law, the seeking and taking of treasure, that you may survive and be well-fed and strong of body. If you have no treasure, you will never be called great among the kin, and you will never know the pleasure of the dance of creation, and your creator self will languish in a frigid void. All the laws are false. These alone bind us. Remember that you are Draken. All the beings of this world must stand in the shadow of your beautiful and terrible music. The rhythm which you now feel flowing through you is the rhythm of life. To have the rhythm within you is to be alive. To be silent without rhythm is the perfect sign of death. Nature shall be your guide, companion, and your opponent. Your friend, enemy, and always, always your teacher. There is no being born of earth the great birther and sun the great giver greater than you. The music of our people is great. Rejoice, knowing that your essence has been woven into such a body and that such a fate is yours. When you at last escape from the wall which I have put around you, both to keep you safe and to test you, then you will be worthy to begin the great adventure which some call life. And with that final message, the idea of yourself exploding from potentiality into reality, the voice fades and is gone. You know will not return. How do you feel in that moment? Relieved to be alone again. Being plunged back into thought silence is like falling into a cool sea. You learn that you have a love of being alone, a love of the blessed quiet of the lone soul. For a time, you are left alone again within the chamber. You feel there's a measured beating of your rhythm within you, and drift in and out of consciousness. The wall seems to have gotten smaller, hugging you tightly indeed, and your rhythm swelled into mighty chords, and your breath is fierce against your legs. Suddenly, without warning, the voice returns. It is not a measured song ripe with ordered sigils as last time, but a lurid gash of feelings and ideas suddenly thrust upon you. Beware the other seed, the no-tails, the flat faces. Beware their terrible music. Beware the seed of the others. Beware... And suddenly, there is an awful silence. A space left behind where something should have been. No other voices enter your mind. A few times you think that you may be receiving a song, but it always proves to be simply yourself echoing tiny hopes, fears, and dreams. Meanwhile, the wall which is made of love, and which has always, always embraced you, is squeezing you very tightly. Its love, once so pure and benign, has become toxic. You're pressed so mercilessly you can barely breathe. To make matters worse, you feel a horrible emptiness, a draining within your core. You must do... something. Push against the wall. It loves you, you know, but it must now be broken. You push and struggle, feeling your body move this way then that, but the wall thwarts your every move on every side. It is not through pushing, but rather through unfolding your whole self, limb by limb and muscle by muscle, that you at last achieve the first true success in the music of your life. You hear, not with your mind, but with your ears, your actual ears, the cracking and crunching of the wall as it breaks slowly apart, and then see with your own eyes your first vision of true light.